And we're live.
Hello, everybody out there. How are you today? I hope you have an amazing Friday. Today, we're having another Quickie Chat. And my name is Tressa with Radical Transformation with T. And we're going to be talking about Centrally Empowered Woman, our retreat.
Hey everybody, my name is Devi Maisha, owner of Central Energy Alchemy, and I'm also one of the speakers, one of the teachers at the retreat, and a very proud attendee slash alumni.
My name is SimiB, also known as SimiB, and I am the creator of Shifting Out Loud and Company, where we
She must have dropped.
Oh, Simi, you went out. We didn't hear the rest of it. We
Yeah.
just heard when
okay, I'll start over.
Okay.
That there's like an internet thing. So my name is SimiB, creator of Shifting Out Loud and Company, and I empower individuals to translate their creative power. And we do that through journal keeping. And I will also be a facilitator and host at this year's 2024 Soul Retreat.
Yes. And Starley, you were a participant last year. Will you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Starley, and I was a participant at the Soul Retreat. And I am looking forward to attending again this year. Yes, I am looking forward to it.
Yes, yes. Okay, Starley. So we're going to start with you. I really want you to tell everybody your testimony because last year you were coming, you weren't coming, you were coming, you weren't coming. So let's talk a little bit about what made you come and why you're coming back again.
Oh my God, Tressa, I love you so much.
I love you too.
And when I said I had a testimony that I wanted to tell, it wasn't exactly the I was coming and wasn't coming. It was actually about an experience
Okay.
that happened at the retreat. But no, 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 no. My spirit told me no. My oversoul said no, not yet. So
Okay.
that's gonna probably be shared at the because it was a sacred moment for me. So
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
probably would be able to share it at the retreat this year. So
Okay. That's
so that's
beautiful.
good. But when I did awake that morning and doing meditation, it was the talk about that I'm supposed to talk about I'm coming, I'm not coming, or I'm not able to come, that type of thing. So we
Okay.
are
Okay.
in alignment with that.
All right. I love that. I love that. So yeah, share a little bit because I even thought that was powerful.
Yes, yes, yes. It very much was powerful. After I went back and I met Tressa. I met Tressa last year in July at the Mystic Expo. Okay, that I attended, and that was my first time attending that expo. And actually, one of the speakers, which is Maisha, she was also a part of me wanting to attend in person versus online. Because when she would speak and I was all engaged and she's speaking about sensuality, she would get to a part that they would cut off. And I was like, wait a minute. I gotta be there next year so I can be able to participate in that part of it.
Hmm.
So it was just amazing. But I met Tressa for the very first time. I've heard your name, I've seen your name, in the magical community or whatever. But and you told me about the soul retreat,
Hmm.
and you told me what soul meant, sensual empowered women. And when you told me about the very first retreat that you had, in my spirit, I was like, yes, I need to be there. I want to be there. However, there was I was in a financial burden at that time that when you told me the price, I was like, I don't think I would be able to make it. I wrote down some notes here. I went back and I looked at our timeline of
Okay.
communication.
Uh-huh.
So we met in July. You reached out to me July the 29th and you asked me, was I still interested in coming and attending? So, and I told you that I was. And I told you that I would put in for work to be off for that time. And I would know definitely for sure by
Mm-hmm.
August the 15th. So I scheduled off and I told you that I would let you know something by August 15th. I didn't reach out to you until August the 16th. And our conversation went verbatim, just like this. Grand Day says, unbeknownst to me, a package I was waiting for arrived in the mail yesterday. I was approved to work more hours, therefore, I can make a payment plan obligation for the retreat. Now I'm waiting for the approval to be off from work, and I should know definitely in about 2 weeks. My soul is speaking to me to be there. I'm working to do everything on my end because I know my spirit team is handling the rest. Thank you for willing to work with me. I reached out to you. That was on August the 16th. But on August the 15th, that's when I got the package in the mail that my dad, whom I was working with, was approved for more hours. So the hours that I was working was 26 hours a week, and that went to 43 hours a week. So
Woo,
that
okay.
gave me that gave me a little bit more solace, like, yes, I can do this. However, there was still some back and forth.
Yes.
Because like I said, I was in a financial burden before because I was taking on my dad as a caregiver. I was a caregiver for my dad. So
Okay.
I was able to pay off some bills and things. So, let's see. I wrote down on the next timeline, you reached out to me, or I reached out to you, and I told you I scheduled off. Okay, that I read that. Okay, so think it was September the 1st. I reached back out to you. Oh, no, on August the 21st, I told you that I was approved for the time off work.
Okay.
September the 1st, I reached back out to you and told you that, maybe I won't be able to attend this year, but by next year, I can save this money up and I have my money ready, but I will for sure be there. And that was on September the 1st. Along with that message, you always said to me, no pressure. You never pressured me. You never pressured me to come, to feel like I needed to be there. You would just always tell me, just check your heart. But you told me a story. And when you told me that story, I said, no matter what, I will be there. And you said that my situation, the conversations that you and I had, you had also experienced that, and you said that was deja vu to you. And there was a retreat that you were invited to, and you felt in your soul, in your spirit, that you were supposed to have been there, that there was something that you needed from that retreat. And you
Mm-hmm.
said that the sister, she was willing to work with you, work out a payment, whatever you wanted to pay, whatever was feasible for you. And you said that you just like put everything to the side. It was like, I'm gonna be there. And you told me your experience from that retreat, and I knew that that was spirit speaking to me, like, yes, you want to be there. There is something there that you will receive. There is healing that will be there for you. And don't be afraid of the sex word, the sexuality, or sensual, or not being sensual enough, or not knowing how to be sensual. Don't be afraid. So that spoke volumes to me. And I reached out to you, and you told me to meditate. You just say, check your heart on it. There's still no pressure, sis. September the 2nd, you told me also, I reached out to you and I say, sis, I will be there. I am ready to make an obligation payment plan with you. And you told me you were so excited. And you said, I put you on my altar. And you came up in meditation. And I asked that everyone that wants to attend the retreat, that all obstacles that would be a hindrance be removed. That too touched me deeply because you took upon yourself to do that for people or people like myself, me, to be there to put me on an altar and set intentions for obstacles to be removed financially for me to be there. And then I have to say this: 3 days, 5 days, 4 or 5 days before the retreat, not only on my second job that I get more hours, which I'm for my father, working with my father, but my primary job, I have been there 5 years
Mm-hmm.
last
Mm-hmm.
year as a part-time worker. I woke up October the 3rd to a text message that I was being offered full time.
Wow.
Full time pay, and on top of that, we had just gotten a 30% raise. So
Ooh.
money,
Ooh.
money was not a factor. Upon everything that I had been doing, ritualing and things like that, and you putting it on the altar, removing obstacles, doors were open for me. So you can have the faith, take the action, do it. You have to just do it. And I did it. And I was so excited about it, nervous about it. Yes, I didn't know who would be there, who wouldn't be there. I knew Maisha was going to be there. And that made me excited. Like I said, we even ended up at the airport. We did a ride share together to the house. You're talking about alignment.
We
Like,
did. We
oh,
did.
spirit I just love it. I love the universe. I love it. Love my ancestors. I love my spirit team. And Tressa, during our messages, you said you have a wise ST. So I was like, is she saying I live on Wise Street, or is she saying something about Wise Street? And I said, sis, what is ST? What is wise ST? You say you have a wise spirit team. So the ST was for spirit team. I was like, absolutely, I concur. So yes,
Wow. Oh
I
my.
had a magnificent. Oh my God, Simi was there. I did not know sis was gonna be there, and I had met her at a spirit, previous retreat, um, retreat, prior to seeing her again at the soul retreat. But the thing about it is, I had been thinking about her. Like, she was in my spirit. She had did some body
Oh.
before. So of course I would always remember her. But when I walked in that house at the retreat and see me come around the corner, I swear to God, I saw an angel. There she is. There she is. That's her. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I can speak more about the retreat, but that was my road leading to being there at the retreat, and I don't regret it one bit. And I'm gonna end it with this. I thought I wasn't gonna be there this year. I told myself. I thought I wasn't gonna be there this year. I will miss this year because I actually have another big trip that was planned. Okay, Tressa doing the quickies like she is, and she's promoting the soul, and all of those feelings and that energy and healing and everything is still in me. I'm just like, I gotta find a way. I will make a way to be at soul this year. Everything. When I tell you alignment, alignment. And I also would like to say this, just to pay it forward, also was put in my spirit. I feel that there is someone else, that there's another young lady that's really, really, really wanting to be at the soul, and there may be some financial issues. And I just want to say that if you come, and if it's on the back end, because Tressa does have a payment plan where you can make up so much money, so much of the payment up front, and then there's a back end payment plan. I will contribute. I mean, I will obligate myself, and I want to donate $500. So, Tressa, if you know of anyone that's wanting to come, and if money is a factor, I want to, I want to give. I want to pay it forward. someone else
Ooh,
give $500.
That's beautiful.
girl. So
That's
first of all, I want to say thank you. And I know at the start, you start off, you love me. I
Yeah.
love you too. And I love all of these sisters out here. Like, I didn't grow up with a lot of, I had a sister, but we wasn't very close, but I still didn't grow up with a lot of um women and things like that in my circle. And once I began to open up myself and realize what I was called to, and if I was called to it, there had to be other women called to it. Um, like you said, the universe aligned me with beautiful sisters. When I met Maisha, it was through somebody else. Somebody introduced us, and you would have never known that we didn't really know each other because we quickly embraced each other. Same thing with Simi. Like I met her through some J English retreats, but I had no idea that one day, we were just like all the stuff that we're doing. And so I love it. And that's one of the things that I really want to mention is two things. Sisterhood. You don't even know the woman that might need this, but you've already said, hey, I got you. At the back end, when it's time you get your money up front, I'll contribute up to $500 to help out. Um, that's the first thing. And then the next thing I wanted to say is she's talking about a story. Because I haven't always been like this, and I too was kind of sheltered in terms of feeling like I'm being called on this journey, but wouldn't do anything. And there was a sister a couple years ago that said, "Hey, you're supposed to be here," and I was like, "I don't have the money." I gave her every excuse. She even said, "I'm not gonna come back and ask you," but she kept coming back and saying, "I'll work this out. I'll do this." And I remember going to that retreat because it was a sensual woman's retreat. It wasn't what mine is called, but it was a sensual woman's retreat. And I remember just crying a lot that at that retreat, just releasing stuff. And then the next year, like I was ready to be there. I was ready to be there so much that the universe was giving me so many signs that it was like I knew I was supposed to be there. And so I understand that we all need support in some kind of way. And truly is for me is to make sure, because I told somebody I love my sisters and I love loving on my sisters. So being able to provide them with teachers and being able to have all the things that we had last year and the gift baskets and the boudoir photo shoot and having every woman feel good about themselves, it's just been amazing for me. Something that I just sorry y'all, something that it's been hard to keep from crying for. So I'm just gonna say it like that. So Maisha and Simi, I want to know if you have any questions, like maybe to ask okay, let me do this because I can feel the tears coming. If you have anything to ask Starley, maybe about her experience, not necessarily the personal one she don't want to share, but something that you might feel that other ladies might want to know, and you want to have her share her experience.
Maisha.
It's hard. I can't come up with questions on the spot, y'all. As we have conversation, I can do it. But if I'm doing like the interview thing, I got to know in advance if I'm asking stuff. Otherwise, I'm like I'm conversing.
Okay, it was okay. It's just like if something come up to your mind, like if something just
Okay,
come up. I get it.
I,
come
I
on,
I
yeah.
have a question. I have a question,
Yeah.
and
I'm sorry,
uh,
Maisha. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Go ahead,
I,
Simi.
We here to be on the spot. I'm good. I don't
Okay.
embarrass easy.
Okay.
what were three things that you can say that you were able to take with you from the retreat that has contributed to the progression and the growth and where you are today, right now? Three
Oh my
things.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Two I can say right off the bat. And the third just came to me as you was asking the question.
Okay. Okay.
One, and this comes from Maisha, that you could be sensual without being sexual. And
Yeah.
that statement goes really deep. It goes deeper than just those words. And the next, living an orgasmic life. And
Mhm.
that's really deep. That's deep,
What
more
does
than,
that mean? What does that mean to you? Can you expound on that as it
and I
relates
can
to you?
on that. I went back and looked at my video that I did Mirror Talk with Tressa. Do you remember getting that video?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, and that was the video I made on the last day of the retreat. And I stood in the mirror and I said that you can be sensual without being sexual, meaning that you can love yourself, like you can have pleasure with yourself, like you don't need anybody else outside of you to have that experience of pleasure. Living
Mhm.
an orgasmic life is just waking up in orgasm feels really good. And I said that. I said that in the mirror talk.
Yeah.
And that's a feeling. That's a really good feeling. Like you can wake up feeling really good. You can I said that I could, be around my grandchildren in that feeling. I could be at work in that feeling.
Yes.
Some healing that's taking place within me, and I'm still working on myself in those areas. Because like I said, just the word sensual, um that that was really hard for me. Actually, it was almost a deterrent, like, because I don't know myself in those ways. So leaving there, the feeling and the healing that took place from the retreat, actually, I'm putting one step before the other, each and every day. And then leaving there with tools
Yes.
and give yourself that feeling with. I mean, it was just absolutely wonderful. So I feel my growth. I see my growth from it. And I'm actually, the feelings that I felt before attending the soul retreat, definitely, I don't have those worries, because I'm just looking for, like, gosh, I'm looking forward to, further healing.
This is good.
And so that I'm glad Simi went first, because then that your answer does give me a question, and I think it's an important one. You said something and you said that just hearing the word sensual
Mhm.
had you be like, I don't know about that. Okay? And I'm thinking, and in my experience, you're not, first of all, you're not alone, right?
Right.
And I'm thinking, when people see Tressa's retreat, there are women who were like, I want to, but I don't know. So what was it that had you get past that piece and say, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go?
Getting there, it was very comfortable being there. It wasn't anything like I thought in my head. Getting past it was just not that, it was just like, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to go, and I'm going to take away what it is that I'm supposed to take away, that I will take away, that Spirit's going to allow me to take away from it. And overall, I just felt that if that I would, there would be, healing. Like I said, there would be an awareness, or an awareness of sensuality, you know. So that awareness, having that conscious awareness, leaving, like I said, it was very hard. I don't even know how to describe it, but like you said, sensuality, just getting past it was just like, okay, there has to be something for me. And in my mind, it's healing. There's a lot of trauma that I've gone through, not as a child. So I will say that, not as a child, but as an adult, as a young adult. And I was never raped, but I was married. I've been married 3 times. So it was very late for me in life to know what
Can
my
you
body
repeat that
could
again?
do.
Can you repeat that again? What you just said?
What
You were about marriage.
okay, yes, that I didn't experience trauma as a young girl, in my younger life. I actually experienced trauma in my adult life. I was
Mm-hmm.
married at 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we was Christian, so we didn't talk about sexual things. So I
Mm-hmm.
never had anyone to teach me anything, or I never heard about it, other than girl talk, or you listening to other girls, your peers talk about it. But then being married at 17, I was green. So there's a lot of things about, sexuality, sensuality. I didn't know. So that's always been something that I just kind of pushed in the back of my head. And I never thought until the soul retreat that I can actually, I don't need anyone to make me feel good. That I actually can go within myself and make myself feel good and have
Mm-hmm.
all the pleasure in
Mm-hmm.
doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Ashe.
This is, go ahead, Maisha. You got something to say?
No, I was just saying I love that. I love hearing that. Thank
I
you.
have one more question. I won't be here for the second segment, which starts in about 1 minute, because I do have another meeting to get to. But before I go, I would like to know, Starly, how you benefited or what you had to take from the boudoir shoots.
Say it again. I'm sorry. What was the last part?
What did you take away from the boudoir shoots, the photo shoots?
Oh my goodness. And that was another part of me that it sounded really scary, going into it. And Tressa was telling me you can bring some swimsuits if you want, and she was like, or you could be naked. And I'm just like, yeah, it was just like, like, what?
Mm,
But I didn't even have a swimsuit. I think I had a white, like a robe, like a white robe that had some colors down it. And it wasn't until I got to Tressa house and her daughter was going to Walmart. And I got in the car with her and went to Walmart and bought a swimsuit. I had also brought some another set, and I don't know, in my mind, I didn't think that I would wear that for some reason, but there was another young lady that was there in the house that didn't have anything either. She didn't bring anything to wear. And I was like, hey, I have this. You might can fit it. And she looked so beautiful in it. I mean, her pictures was gorgeous. But I was able to go and get a swimsuit. However, that just goes to show that whenever I had never heard of boudoir photos or anything like that. I actually had to ask somebody about it or look it up and see what these type of pictures are.
yeah.
But just to go to show you that that was not anything I was actually looking forward to. And like I said, that's because it's not that it didn't sound beautiful or it wasn't going to be nice or anything like that. It was just getting past my fears, my not having an understanding of
Mhm.
why those type of pictures was going to be taken. So like I said, yeah, but it was beautiful. The photographer, she was great. I love my pictures. I even posted one or two of my pictures like on my Facebook page. And when I tell you, when I post those pictures, the intention that I set when I post the pictures, I did not get one guy in my DM telling me how beautiful I was or how sexy I was. No, every guy that commented on those pictures commented on the Facebook post to say, and they was in agreement, like, yes, you are a beautiful woman. Yes, you are this or you are that or you look really nice. So that was so beautiful to me. Just the intentions that was set with those pictures was not for attention, for that type of attention, but the men that and the women, the men and the women that commented, they that was just authentic. Like it was authentic.
Well, you know
So
what, Starly, as I'm sliding out the door, I wanted to say your pictures were gorgeous, very
Yes.
classy. I loved them, very photogenic. So hands down, I'm right along with them. Very, very goddess. So yeah, I can imagine what the pictures this year are gonna look like. I'm
yeah,
thinking we're gonna take it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the challenge.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm
I'm looking
challenging
forward
you.
to
I'm
it.
challenging all of us. I'm challenging all of us to take it up another
Yes,
level.
yes,
I don't
I'm
yes.
know what
excited.
that's gonna mean for me. Like y'all gonna have to tell me what that's.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna have to tell y'all something.
You're already 2 notches up.
I'm like,
Yes, because
Get
my you is
creative
so
with my
beautiful.
Maisha.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, I've done the nude shots. Which Tressa said, yeah. I was like, this year we doing nude. I need more nudes.
Look,
Let's go.
So
we
yeah, you
will
know
have
what?
to
Because
like
I
turn it
love
into some
that.
kind of artwork or some shit.
Right, girls. Okay, I like that.
All right,
Some
you
jewelry
guys,
and nothing else.
I am out.
Yes,
I am
Thank
out
you,
this
Sammy.
way. And until the next chat.
All
yes.
Peace and
right,
love.
thank
Bye,
you.
Simi.
Love you,
Bye.
sis. Thank
Love
you.
Yes,
you too.
yes. So I know that so yeah, because this is a beautiful thing. I love having the boudoir because I felt like women needed to see themselves. If you can get comfortable, one of the things that I believe my issue would agree with me, the women, when we talk about sisterhood, our first and second year, sisterhood took on a new meaning. That first one, I'll never forget it. Women was on the wash machine and the dryer. Women was doing something. We were trying to, because look, none of us had really taken the picture. Well, I hadn't. You might have, but I hadn't really taken once. But it had been so long ago. We all trying to figure out what to do. We had a photographer who jumped in at the last minute because somebody canceled on me, and she gave us some good shots and everything. But she did good. But we none of us knew what we were doing. I'm in here. Thank you. And none of us knew what we were doing. So here we are. Um, yeah. So we had so much fun, and then the second year it even got better. People they were helping each other with makeup and all kind of stuff. So you definitely get a chance to bond in a different way. Like I remember calling Simi, I don't have nothing to wear. I don't know what. I feel like I done got fat. And because we got these things about our body, and I had gained weight, and she was like, "Okay, I got you. Um, I got you. I'm gonna help you out." And that's kind of how we did things there. Um, we just loved on each other. Maisha did a beautiful song for us. We had last year. Norma did rituals for us.
Mm.
Um, let's see, we had song bath, we had gift baskets, gift bags. Oh, and I just want to, while we were talking about the photo shoots, I just want to say that this year we are going to have a videographer on site who is going to be taking pictures for help us next year to promote, but he's also going to be doing a documentary for the women that want to participate. It is not mandatory, called the Daring LaBelle, which means the beautiful one. And I want you ladies to understand, and it's really for me, it's helping you all to see yourself through the eyes of the camera.
Mhm.
Who would have thought I think Bianca, she wasn't the way she was the first year. I don't think she was new, but the way she was the first year was really beautiful. This year she came in a beautiful fishnet stockings and a white male shirt. When I tell you, who would have ever thought that was gonna be so sexy?
So
That was
Yes,
sexy.
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 Yes,
Like she looked so good.
she brought the
And
sexy
so,
on.
but But I had a couple women say I didn't really know what to expect, but I'll be ready
Mhm.
next year.
Mhm.
And so it's no shame in that because that's the thing that we get to do. We get to talk to each other. We get to love on each other. We have Maisha helping women to understand you don't have to be that they don't have to be exclusive, but they can be inclusive. But it doesn't mean just because you're a sexual being and a sensual being that it has to be something ugly. It
Mhm.
can be something very beautiful. And that's where the sacredness comes in. When you understand the beauty of it all, that's where the sacredness, because now everybody. And so what's up here on the we're staying in a resort style home. It
That's
had 32
gorgeous.
bedrooms, 32
Nice.
bedrooms. So we
32.
got all these places to take these new
Oh
pictures.
Listen, I'm like, how am I supposed to come home from that? How am I supposed to come
my.
home from that?
And Maisha, I want to ask you this because I don't say it enough, but we started off with 3 days, 2 nights, and after that first one, you said, we need to add a day. Tell me
Oh,
why you said that.
absolutely. Absolutely. Because, well, first of all, because the woman needed more time. When you think about 3 days, it's really only two, or maybe it's 1.5, because you get in the first day, you're tired. You don't really know people. You got to kind of get your bearings. You're feeling a little off kilter.
Right.
And then you dive into something or the next morning, and the thing about the retreats is it was so beautiful that people did gel, but it's nice to have time to just kind of like ease in and get to know what's happening and then dive in. And then as you're ramping up, by the time we ramped up, it was like, and it was time to go. But this way you have another day to kind of like come back into reality and
Mhm.
then ease on out. So you have this, you have a climax. It's like sex, you
Yes.
ramp up,
Yes.
climax, and then you
Yes.
gotta,
Yes. Yes.
nobody wants to end sex right here. You gotta
Right.
finish. You gotta finish. So they, like women do, we need more time.
What, girl, come on. I hadn't even thought of it that way. But that really is, that does make sense. I hadn't thought of it that way. But
Right.
women do need more time. We need to just be, they need to,
Yes.
even with ourselves,
Mhm.
even with ourselves, we need to make sure that we are um taking times with ourselves,
Yes.
whether it's sensual and something that we want, food. Because one of the things that I will say is that this retreat last year and this year, Simi is going to be the host. We're going to have a lot of great things. Is that we had things that touch the taste, the palate. Um, we had all kind of things going on that it was just an amazing time where women got an opportunity to all their senses got a chance to be tapped into. That's what I'm trying to say. All of their senses got a chance to be tapped into. And so that's just been such a beautiful thing for me because basically Centrally Empowered Woman and the retreats are about giving women time, tools, and a space.
Yes. Whew.
And one of the things that I love that it was so sacred that these women felt so comfortable that everybody didn't come in. Nobody came in with the pretense. We
Mm.
all came in and we talked. And
Yeah.
also there were rest. There
Mm.
was rest. We never wanted it to be so that you're so full, go, 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 go.
Yes.
And we had rest. There's a jacuzzi there, there's a swimming pool there, and where we were last year, and then this year, we have, as y'all see the resort, we can actually go out there and play volleyball, and they have a table was full of cards and games and the baka, and they look like they have mini golf and just all kind of stuff. And right behind it is a place where you can go walk. It's not like the mountain where it's rocky and all up. You can literally go on a walk. There's just a lot of things that just gives your eyes. Again, we're connecting with the senses. We're connecting with our senses. So I don't want to hold everybody all day, but I am excited about this retreat. It's October the 9th through the 13th. Um, we do have a few more slots left, and and there is still a payment arrangement. If that's what somebody considers that they need, um, there is an opportunity for that. Um, is there anything you think I missed?
No, I think we got all of it. Simi will definitely be there. Norma's coming back to do another ritual with us. We have the amazing Emrain is going to be in the building, so you already know. If you don't know, you will know when you get there.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
uh, oh gosh, what
Tamer.
Tama, thank you. I was
Tamer.
like, her name
Yes.
was,
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God. Yes.
Tressa. No,
Tamer.
Tama is gonna be there. I feel like she's gonna be reading people's wombs, y'all. I'm not trying to put that out there.
Is
I just
that
feel like it's gonna
Thelma?
happen.
Is that Thelma? That's
Tama
Tamer.
Thelma.
Yes.
Aziza.
Yes. Yes.
Thelma.
Yes.
Yes. Oh
So
goodness.
these
Yes,
women
they
were
were
so,
virtual last time.
Yes.
yes, but
They're
they
gonna
took
be
time with
in the
us
house this
in
time.
their house. Yes. The what is it? 4 days, 3 nights. They're gonna be there on site.
Woo.
Erica, I don't want to forget Erica. Erica cooked up
Already.
a hell of a spread last year. She worked her butt off. And because we have more people coming in, it'll be her and Melita this year that will be doing um the food. But we had so much food. It was no skipping on the food. We did
I,
not have like, well, you ate your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, and that's it. We had all kind of snacks. We had all kind of things for you all to just
yes.
enjoy your
Enjoy.
visit.
Enjoy. Enjoy.
And
And
the
that is
first
the
year we
thing.
had a what was it? A pajama party. We're setting up for that pajama party. Um, there, there's a goal is a pool party this year. So we are really working towards women coming in and just getting pampered, loved on,
Woo,
and
looking forward to
recapturing it.
it.
Because we want to do this through adult play. That is what the really centrally empowered woman the retreats are about is healing through having healing through a pleasure and play, adult pleasure and play. We do everything. We got to go to our kids. Make this about you. Do something for you. You will not regret it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And on that note, we will see you next Friday for our next quickie chat.
Yes.
Everybody have a great one.
All right.
Bye bye. Thanks,
Bye
Starly
bye.
and Maisha.
Of
Thanks,
course.
Tasha.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.